Greetings and welcome to the very first edition of the You Know What Time It Is broadcast. There's always going to be room for improvement. We have wasted a hell of a lot of time. I believe we got more coming your way. So, what happened? Well, we're going to talk about it, because I'm Big Dame, and I know what time it is. Yo, what's happening, everybody? Greetings, it's your boy Big Dame, your resident timekeeper of You Know What Time It Is. And this is the very first video that I've recorded since those last 3 episodes that are already on the channel. And here's the crazy part. Those videos were recorded back in 2023. It is now 2025. So what happened? Well, if you're willing to indulge me for a few minutes, I'll break it all down, be as fully transparent as I possibly can be, tell you everything that happened. That way, I can clear all of this out of my head, and we can proceed forward and reinforce the mission statement of this very channel and what it's supposed to be about. So without further ado, let's get started. So as I said, I shot these first 3 episodes of You Know What Time It Is back in late 2023. You can consider those pilots, if you will. But it is now 2025. So did I just take 2024 off? Well, in a sense, it felt like I have been on a bit of a mental vacation in more ways than one. The simple fact of the matter is, even though me and my homeboys been doing a YouTube show since 2013, and I even had my own individual podcast since 2020 and 2023 respectively, I've always been struggling with staying consistent between all those different projects. And that is certainly not the way to grow your channel or anything else. It requires dedication, it requires consistency, and most importantly, it requires discipline. Something that I know I haven't really been displaying much of when it comes to all of my projects. You see, I know I should be down here recording videos and producing content for you guys. And it's always been a struggle to get out of my comfort zone, especially since the pandemic. It seems like I've become more isolated than ever. I hardly go anywhere outside of going to my day job and then come here at home. That's right, guys. I'm an introvert. The most you'll probably ever see me outside of work is when I'm running errands for my mom, or I'm actually doing something that I enjoy, like going to comedy shows, or even on occasions concerts, as well as wrestling events. But it's really a struggle throughout 2024 to get myself in a position where I'm able to fully enjoy life more. Perhaps the most free and liberating that I've encountered during the year of 2024 was making that trip to Atlanta back in July. I was at the Podcast Summit, organized by the one and only David Shands, the Podcast King, networking with a lot of interesting people, fellow podcasters and content creators. Got to learn some crucial information that would definitely be beneficial to yours truly in the long run if properly applied. It was without a doubt the best moment of the entire year. We were told while we was there that it simply ain't enough to learn all this knowledge. You gotta go apply it and make your podcast or your content in general the best it could possibly be. Because now we're giving you the game. Now we're giving you the jewels. Now we're giving you the keys to your own freedom. And what have I done with that particular knowledge ever since coming back from Atlanta to St. Louis? Absolutely nothing. And why is that? Well, it's because I simply refuse to confront my fears. Fear of what, you may ask? Well, it certainly can't be the fear of failure, because if you don't try something out, how will you know if you fail? Being outcome dependent is certainly not a good thing, because you never quite know what's gonna happen on the other side, unless you have been properly planning for it to be in your favor. Maybe it's the fear of being able to face the public, interacting with social media. I seem to have a deep love-hate relationship with social media, and a lot of it tinges on hate, because even though I plug my social media at the end of these videos and podcasts, It's not like I really post too much on there outside of repost of what all other people share, talking about certain celebrities, transitioning in the stories. You know, I'm very light on my pages, and I don't really allow myself to be engaging with y'all. And hey, that's on me. Or maybe it's the fear of success. The simple fact is, this whole thing could blow up. And then the next thing you know, I get unwanted attention from people. Now, don't get me wrong. I love being able to talk to people, meet new people, and being able to pick their brain and see what everybody's head is at. Getting different perspectives from other content creators and aspiring influencers. You want to be able to have that attention. You want to be able to get more and more people checking out your show, checking out your podcast, checking out your vlog. It's like this, guys. I don't have to have no big fancy studio. This is inside the basement of my house. I've invested thousands of dollars to get this set up the way I want it to, so I can be able to provide you, and I mean you, the viewer, the best experience possible. I had to come to the realization that even though I have all of these ideas going on in my head, I never seem to write them down whenever a new or a great idea comes along. I tend to prioritize comfort and short-term pleasures over being on my purpose. And I'm not afraid to admit that. But you can't necessarily blame society for your own shortcomings. You can only blame yourself. See, it's all about accountability. And first and foremost, I have to be accountable to myself for leaving myself in the position that I'm at, when I know I should be doing a lot better. But at the same time, I'm also giving myself the grace knowing that all the stuff that I've been doing behind the scenes, I'm damn proud of myself being able to get to this point where I'm even able to talk about it publicly. And if you want more content like this, why not like this video and subscribe to the channel? And also share this video with somebody you know. Let's have a conversation down in the comment section below. Tell me how you're feeling, how you're holding up. That's what this platform is all about. Thank you in advance. I believe above all else, it's all about having that mindset in order to overcome all of these obstacles and challenges. And I will freely admit that my mindset certainly has not been the best. Like, hey, I own my own business. Third Power Media Group LLC is my business. It's my company. And I will admit that throughout 2024, even going into 2025, I haven't been acting like that, operating still as a consumer rather than a business owner, rather than a creator. And that's been my biggest thing, consuming instead of creating. I'm sharing this with you guys because I wouldn't want nobody else that's a fellow content creator, podcaster, YouTuber, whatever you want to label yourself. I wouldn't want you to fall in the same trap. The world wants to hear your voice. Even if you feel like at times you don't have a lot of value to bring to the world. That's nonsense. You do. You know the value you're able to bring to this world. You can't be afraid to bring that out. You have to be you unapologetically, authentically, at all times. And as I'm saying these words, I'm saying this to myself as well. This is a video that I can go back and watch over and over again to remind myself that it's all about being on your purpose. To hell with all these short-term pleasures. When it comes to food, when it comes to going after women, when it comes to being distracted on the very phone you're watching this on right now, all other different devices. It's not a good thing. If you want to be the best human being possible, you have to have discipline. Doing things even when you don't feel like it. We've become too much of a feelings-based society, and I've pretty much been a part of that problem myself. But here's one thing I know. I have resources that I've been using, and you can use as well, in order to help guide your way through this thing called life. It really helps to have a mentor or even a very close friend, your best friend, that can be able to listen to your issues without feeling the need to be judgmental or interject themselves into the conversation when it's really supposed to be about you. It really helps being able to confide in someone that can be able to help you get back on the right path. And to those people that helped me along the way, I give you my sincerest thanks and a big deal of gratitude. It's because of those resources that I'm back to doing this for you guys. And what I want more than anything is to grow a community with you guys about how we can be able to handle everything that comes at us in this thing called life. I don't consider myself no guru. I don't fashion myself no expert or anything like that. Anything I'm going through it just like all of you. But that doesn't mean you have to go through it alone. I'm here to reinforce what this channel is all about. Being able to provide you information and resources to make better use of your time. And more importantly than that, it's about fostering better mental health, folks. You don't need me to tell you that we have a bunch of crazy stuff going on with this planet of ours. Everything that is happening in our world, we need to be able to be there for each other. And if you allow me, I can be there for you as well. That's my ultimate goal with this channel, is being able to give you different perspectives on life experiences, and at times also give you information and resources to where we all can be able to utilize our time in the most efficient and effective way possible. We all have the same 24 hours, and it's about what you do with yours that's gonna shape your future. Well, that's all for this edition of You Know What Time It Is, and I wanna thank you for making it through this entire video. If you like what you've heard, what you've seen, go ahead and do me a favor, hit that like button. It can certainly go a long way with making sure more people receive this message. Also, hit that subscribe button so you know when I drop new videos. Comment down below. It can be about your facing your own struggles or however you're feeling. Let's have a conversation. Give me brutally honest feedback. Tell me some of the things you want to see me talk about on this channel. Let's grow this movement together, y'all. Make sure you follow at YKWTII Broadcast on all social media platforms to get updates about the program, see various shorts and clips, and maybe even some exclusive content in the future. And of course, you can also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and X at RealBigDame314. So until the next video, it's your resident timekeeper, Big Dame, and I am OUT. Peace.